Welcome back everyone, this is Arafellan playing Dungeon Breaker, and last time we beat the game. The king was defeated, the godlike is stopped, and everyone who matters is safe and sound. Celsia is the acting ruler of the kingdom with Karen assisting her, and Alec is getting kind of stir-crazy, wanting to go off and have adventures again, so he's planning to go off on his own. And Celsia proposes that, well, there are these new dungeons that have popped up, why don't you go explore those? And that's your invitation to the postgame. Last time we said no, and the game just kind of ended there as they went off on their adventures, but there is of course the option to continue into the postgame. So, begin the bonus scenario? Yes. She likes his resolve. So there's these ruins they want them to investigate. It's called the Feigns, which is basically Otherworld Labyrinth. It's so dangerous, the entrance has been sealed, no one was allowed in. Mysterious. But once upon a time, one person managed to make it all the way to the depths and come back alive. She wants Alec to go bring back the crown that person left there. Like, alright. The more dangerous the dungeon is, the more trouble it is, the more it gets me on fire. What? Then we're not going on our journey to Vendor? Grace takes up and says, I suppose my journey with Alec will have to wait until later. No, it's my journey with Alec. I'm looking forward to my journey with Alec. He's asking Celsia, are you sure bringing that crown back will resolve things? Of course, if you manage to bring it back, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. And so, we have a bonus chapter, Dungeon Breaker after that, basically. And here we are, we're just back to normal gameplay in Alec's room. First of all, if we check equipment, you may recall Alec had borrowed a holy sword from Roy. He is now not equipped with that because of course it was borrowed and we need to give him back an ordinary weapon. Only 80 attack power instead of, I think that was 150. In any case, if we go to party makeup, now that she's been rescued, Tina is available again. She's a few levels behind because she hasn't been there, but she's still here, so I'll bring her and some of the lower level ones. And of course, now that Tina is back, we can visit her in her room again. Yeah, she's feeling worn out because of too many things happening. Finding out that she's actually a monster and that her sister, Karen, got hurt, even though she doesn't really remember that part. You don't remember that? It's like it's kind of fuzzy inside her head and she can't really recall. Anyway, it says don't force yourself, basically. And she agrees with that and says, well, what happened, but realizing that you're going to keep protecting me, I think I'll be okay. Little giggle. Yep, I'll protect you. So you can just carry on like you always have, kind of spacey out. And she's like, I don't know if I should be happy about that or get mad about it. We can finally make her last cooking thing, the thing with the chicken and the... I think that's a red and white dango. Make this. Yeah, I can't make out this whole term, but it seems to be some kind of crab and box thing. Anyway. It cures sealed status and recovers 300 health like everything else. So that's all the cooking. And yes, this is new, isn't it? She's asking if he's hurt, telling him not to overdo it, and if you get badly hurt, it's not just going to be me, everyone's going to be sad. We can go see Karen. She was badly hurt in the lead up to the ending, but it's been 2 months since then, so she's fine now. She says she's really indebted to him and gives her thanks. He's telling her, you know, we're friends, don't be so standoffish. As childhood friends and master and student. He's singing, not more than that? I'm afraid not. But as his teacher, she has one last teaching to give him. It's about skill fusion, basically. You take the skills you've learned for monsters and mix them together inside you to make new skills. That sounds difficult. Are you sure I can do that? I can't do it, but I think as you are now, you'll be able to. Like, what? There's no way I can do something you can't. As a monster tamer, you've already surpassed me. Just give it a try and you'll understand. Come talk to me if you're interested. So we have this new menu option here. We can actually create new skills. So there's All Zone, basically, which combines all the stat up skills. We get that. This is recovers one party member to full health. Got that. All Aid. It covers the full party to full health. Get that. All Dying. That's debuff all stats, all enemies. All Kuda. That's revive and full heal. Get that. Parapodia. That recovers all status effects from all allies. We got that. This is kind of some that's a destruction. That's like a sky or void, and I'm not sure what that is offhand exactly. But anyway, it's a powerful defense piercing attack against one enemy, and I do not have all the component parts. You need this some kind of void blade thing. This is, I think, the preemptive slash attack, and some kind of heaven fang repeating thing. I think that might be Tina or Caracol's combo attack. So I'm missing one or more of those. Altion is a 4-element powerful magic attack. And we get that. So it's just this one left to learn, and I'm missing one or more of these skills. So yeah, let's just check how much the better heals cost. The full heal everyone costs 40, which is appropriate for how powerful it is. Full heal single is 15. Which is the same as the heal 500, which is interesting. And not that much more than the heal 300. Celsia will probably just reiterate intermission, but let's see. Yeah, the Otherworld Labyrinth was sealed because of how dangerous it is. Be very careful. Yeah, if you haven't trained enough, build yourself up in the other dungeons. Solid advice. And we check in the weapon shop, and there are things happening. She's asking, where have you been? I've been looking for you. What? You need something with me? Take a look at this book. Hey, if you shove it in my face like that, I can't see it. Hey, this is the diary of Ende Solish, who was once a famed blacksmith, regardless of being a woman. Okay. Solish? That sounds familiar. Hey, Alec, that's horrible. Don't you remember my name? Being Claíomh Solish, I think is how it would be pronounced in Irish. Anyway, this person was her ancestor. Like, oh right, your name was that. It's like, this could end up being your last name, so you should remember it better. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear the scary part, and... So, what's in the diary? She's going to read it. Day 18 of whatever month. Something about her brother got more bread again. My foolish family had better remember this when I get stronger. Which is basically a way of saying they're going to pay for this. Day 19 of the same month. In any case, she got in trouble for putting a bunch of dirt in her brother's shoes and swears she will never forget this grudge until the day she dies. Kind this? Oops, I read the wrong page, sorry. I kinda want to leave now. I'm not sure I want to hear the rest. And here it is. The alchemy staff that is the secret to her forging skills, basically. She is hiding in the monster cave. It's a place where humans can never reach. And I can just imagine the regret on the faces of my descendants. She seems to be kind of perverse. Doesn't she? I can't imagine her being my ancestor. Yeah. But that's not the end of the diary. After the end of the writing, it says this in, I think that's different writing. To my descendants. The Cave of Monsters. Yeah, the Monster Cave is deep within the Monster Wilds, which we've been to before. That was the place that only monsters can enter. On the night of, I believe that's the new moon, monsters only can go there and open the entrance. And that just happens to be right now. That's right, so you'd got to go. So you want my monsters to go get it, right? But I can't go with them, so are they going to be okay? It's fine, they've been journeying with you all this long, fought together with you. I'm sure they'll do it no problem. So please bring back that alchemic staff. Or no, I think that's a hammer, actually. Let me check. Yeah, that's a hammer, like the kind of blacksmith used to forge weapons. But Renkin is definitely alchemy. So, alchemic hammer. If I have that, even I can become a first-rate blacksmith. I'll be able to temper up your swords and wring all the money out of you. Yeah, fine. If I find it, I'll bring it back. And it looks like we do have new equipment, and unsurprisingly, it's pretty expensive. Even after what we built up going through the dungeons, it's still pretty expensive. Like this weapon here, 45,000 gold. And let's check if there's anything new at the item shop. That looks normal enough. But she's kind of overreacting. As she has a request for him. Okay. So, wants him to get a white wing staff from the ruins. And she'll thank him for it, so please do. It's like, I'm not worried about the things, that's no problem, I can get that, no problem. Like, no, please allow me to thank you. Okay. I'll look forward to it if I get it. Any clues about where it is? She's not saying anything about that, but she is saying she heard he's living in the town now. No, my stay here just got long, basically. His objective is to become the greatest of all monster tamers, so staying shut up in the castle forever isn't going to do. Like, oh, I heard from the princess's maid, so I thought it had to be true. Doesn't make much of an impression, but this maid's talk an awful lot. But she'd be glad if he sticks around a little longer, and hopes he drops by here often. Oh yeah, no clues as to where it is, just somewhere in the ruins. Yeah, it looks like nothing here. I can sell more stuff, but that's about it. And I don't have 50 of those. Or 30 of those. So we're getting bigger amounts anyway. This doesn't look to have changed, but I also haven't cleared the 4v4, so... So before ending, I think we'll take a quick look in the dungeons. We can still jump straight to the bottom of the Sharon ruins, but I don't think we can actually go to the sealed area anymore. Yeah, the event marker is still there, but you can't actually go back in the place. And there's no sign of that light either. Can fill in the map though, so there's that. For what little it's worth. It's kind of nice to have it filled in, but it doesn't really matter. In addition to that, and everything that was already here, we have the Monster Cave, and Layer 1 of the Otherworld Ruins. So it looks like this is going to be a multi-part dungeon, sort of like the Sharon Ruins have been. Let's just take a quick look in here. This is looking a lot like the Thief's Fortress. Same music, I think, same textures. Similar layout, at least at first. We do have different monsters, though. The Wood Devil we've seen before, Hell Corgi we've seen before, but they're probably higher level. Yeah, definitely more durable than the ones we've seen before, and also giving good chunks of experience. And dropping a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so far this is looking a lot like the Thief Fortress with the outer area, but there's a lever over there. So that's something that wasn't there. And I have no idea what that did. But I'm also not seeing the side paths that were in the Thief Fortress. Will there be another lever over here? That's a yes. Again, no idea what it does. And this just does that, just like on the other side. As I head back to the mansion to heal, a scene is popping up with Devlin. She's asking Tina about what she has packed up there, I think. Where? That big chest. What are you touching? Yep, basically she's saying they're so stupidly big you've got to have something else hidden in there. Nope. What do you eat to get them to swell up so much? You gotta tell me. Celsia also wants in on this. And Priya. Why is everyone surrounding me? Yeah, we're both divine beasts, so for only you, it's not fair. Celsia agrees it's not fair. And another no fair. Just ask my sister. Hers are bigger than mine. Karen. And with her usual attack, Devlin is saying, well, hers are probably drooping, so nah. Tina's our magical rocket. If she hears, she's gonna be mad. And there she is. Karen was here. Like, I'm gonna excuse myself. Yeah, I have urgent business to attend to. They don't sag. Yeah. She seems to be getting awfully upset about this. And Celsia is commenting basically, you don't often see her like that. And now Tina feels sorry for her. Also note that we're now seeing her ears. Although, yeah, they still look normal in the menu, so I guess they didn't bother to get a separate small image for her, which is kind of weird, but anyway. I think I'm going to stop it here for now. We only saw a little bit of the dungeon, but there's been some story, there's been some setup, there have been a few things, a couple of side quests. So, yeah, for now, this has been Arafellan playing Dungeon Breaker. Come back next time and we can continue exploring the dungeons, possibly find that staff that Leen is looking for. Again, I'm not sure where to look exactly. But in any case, we'll save that for later, and I hope to see you then.